This convening itself is a metaphor for change. This convening itself says that change is possible in Albany. Believe it or not, and I say amen, because we need change in Albany.
From the Nile to the sea, Egypt is free. From the Nile to the sea, Egypt is free.
The Egyptian young generation who achieved a remarkable achievement.
She and I met this morning, and we have mutually agreed that it is in the city's best interest if she steps down as chancellor. I will say I take full responsibility for the fact that this has not worked out as either of us had hoped and expected.
I didn't send that picture out.
But that's not a picture of you.
You know, I can't say with certitude.
Today I'm announcing my resignation from Congress.
What I've always felt was the right decision remains the right decision today. Now is not my time.
Would an immigrant woman from Africa come to this courthouse and get justice when she says a powerful, wealthy man attacked her? Apparently, the answer is no.
He keep pushing me to the hallway.
Unless you have been falsely accused of a very serious crime that you did not commit, it is impossible for you to understand or grasp the full measure of relief that Dominic Strauss-Kahn feels today.
Levy was last seen on video Monday between 5:30 and 5:40 p.m. when he was approached by the suspect, who briefly visited a dentist's office on 18th Avenue while the boy waited for him on the other side of the street.
Osama bin Laden is dead, and Lower Manhattan is pulsing with new activity.
It's good to see an evil person receive justice, but it's very bitter to realize that so many good people met a brutal and needless death at the hands of this monster.
The suspect was a so-called lone wolf, motivated by his own resentment of the presence of American troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as inspired by al-Qaeda propaganda.
The complaint describes how a group of crime fighters took to moonlighting as criminals, how a gang of police officers who should have been keeping guns off the street instead smuggled 20 firearms into the city.
It's difficult to have to announce for the second time this week that police officers have been arrested for misconduct.
They would either remove the actual tickets, the property of the New York City Police Department, from the precinct, or they would alter the ticket in a manner to cause it to be dismissible once it reached court.
Taking care of your family, taking care of your friends, taking care of those that support New York City police officers and law enforcement is not a crime, period.
They want desperately to be married, not for the piece of paper they will get, not for the ceremony or the reception or the wedding cake, but for the recognition that lifelong commitment they have made to each other is not less than anyone else's.
Ayes 33, nays 29.
It's amazing. It means that we can finally have the same rights as all other married couples, that we actually have the opportunity to get those rights, and that's huge.
I'm skipping work this morning, and I left a note for the boss, and I came to see the exhibit and, pay what respects I could to Mr. McQueen.
The self-proclaimed Dean of Deja Vu, Danny Stiles, died early this morning. For more than 25 years, every Saturday night on WNYC AM, the vicar of vinyl vintage would spin his personal...
We all stand on the shoulders of Geraldine Ferrara. When she walked on the stage, it was electrifying.
Oh, it was.
She lifted all of us up with her.
We can't give back the life of Officer Fertig to his family, but we can see to it, and I know the district attorney will, that some measure of justice is given to the family.
They have, the names around, and they have like the water, so it's supposed to be like, I guess, soothing for people that are coming to remember their loved ones.
It's a place to come and honor and remember their loved ones, but it's also a place to be filled with hope.
I don't know what you can do
even in retrospect, about record rainfall and record floods.
I want to rise night and day.
We had 30 years of things that are ruined, my mom's things that are ruined. I mean, but that's the stuff, but we're lucky.
The lamp was shaking, so then I was just really scared, so I got my dad, and it was just really weird because I've never felt that before.
The rain, the winds are gonna get crazy. This river they're predicting it's gonna rise, so I don't know. I've never been through a hurricane, so I don't know what to expect, but we have to take the precautions, so.
Hydrofracking spreads toxins into our air, water, and soil. Hydrofracking enriches gas companies, but ruins the health, economy, and future of the people.
I think industry can take the steps needed to extract these resources safely.
I don't know if you've been told.
I don't know if you've been told.
Rise and put on.
In 89, we're out here for 4 months. In 71, we're out for 7 months. 2000, we're out a couple of weeks, and we'll stay until we get a good contract.
Are we going to close firehouses? Hell no! Are we going to close firehouses? Hell no!
When they sent the stimulus money in, Wall Street recovered, hedge funds got stimulated. Now they want to lay off teachers and close daycare centers. We're not going to sit by and allow that to happen.
We have a crisis in the state of New York and across this country, but it is not a crisis of taxes being too high on the wealthiest 1%.
I'm talking about people who have master's degrees in a lot of cases who have to work $8 an hour jobs because there are just no jobs. And I'm 23. My generation is just really like the lost generation.
Mic check!
Mic check!
And we'll be facilitating.
We'll be facilitating.
What I think is our 15th General Assembly.
What I think is our 15th General Assembly.
I am proposing a fair tax system for New York based on a simple truth. The more you make, the higher the rate you pay. That's what's right, and that's what's fair, and that's what New York deserves.